Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. A wonderful month, Kartik. Very, very wonderful in terms of many things, but one primary thing is that in this month, Lord gets bound by the love of his devotee. That's the beautiful thing about this month. There are many, many pastimes in various different parts of India. That how Lord, he gets bound by the love of his devotees. And this point is very much valid for all those people who are very nicely, sincerely, with one pointed focus are doing devotional service. It's not that anyone and everyone can bind Krishna. Not possible. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grayam indriyai sevon mukhehi jivhado swayam eva spuratyada. It is described by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that one cannot catch Krishna by our blunt senses. Not possible. But externally we see that Mother Yashoda is using her hands only to tie. But it's very clear, Satyavrat Muni makes it very clear that Mother Yashoda bound Krishna not with mere robes but with her devotion, with her love. In Maharashtra, there was one very nice devotee of Lord Vitthal, Lord Krishna. Her name was Sakhu Bai. Very, very amazing devotee. Right from childhood, she had this very deep devotion towards Lord Krishna. Very deep. In the childhood itself, she started composing various songs and singing for the Lord for his glorification. Lord had his own plans. He wanted to prove something to all of us. And therefore, by Lord's arrangement, she got married to a person who was not very favorable to Krishna consciousness. Once one devotee had come and he was giving class for all youth boys. So after the class, devotees were asking various questions. So Prabhuji, what if we don't get a devotee girl for marriage? What will happen? Boys have their own tension. Girls also have their own tension. And married people, they have next level tension. So that day that Prabhuji answered, he said, see, if you get a devotee wife, you'll be purified. And if you get a non-devotee wife, you'll get purified faster. So Krishna has his own plans, and this very wonderful devotee, she got married to a person who was not very favorable to Krishna consciousness. And his parents, mother and father, they were more demoniac. Very demoniac. So in Sakhu Bai, when she got married and she came to their house, she was immersed always in Krishna consciousness, but family members are not appreciating the same. And it is described, the mother-in-law will beat her with stick. She'll slap, use abusive words. But very wonderful thing is, Sakhu Bai never complained, never she hated anyone in the family. That's true. No, Mataji, what do you all say? Easy, eh? No? Yes. It's difficult. When everything is not favorable around, and to an extent of physical misery, atrocity, still tolerating it and continuing devotional service is not ordinary. And see, when someone is able to do this, obviously we have to take practical measures. We are not on the level of Sakhu Bai. But still, when someone tolerates whatever miseries are there in day-to-day life and continues practicing bhakti, Krishna is very pleased with such devotees. And especially when it comes to Grahastha devotees, some or the other thing will keep popping up every now and then. But tolerating all that, one has to just focus on Krishna consciousness, devotional service. And Sakhu Bai was doing that. And people would ask her that, you don't have a family? Why you're not sharing this with your family members? And she would say that my family is Lord Vitthal and Rukmini. And they have a lot of children. So looks like they have got busy. They're taking care of other children. So maybe they're not getting time. One day when she went to fetch water in a nearby river called Krishna River, so there she saw a group of devotees. They were all singing and dancing various names of the Lord. And when she heard that, she was into ecstasy. She also started singing and dancing. And they were all planning to go to Pandharpur. And she was desiring that she also wants to go to Pandharpur. In one place it is given that she almost joined the group and she was going. And another version says that she went to her husband and she said that let's go to Pandharpur together. Let's go and take darshan of Krishna. And the husband said nothing doing. So either in case 1 or case 2, mother-in-law got to know, entire family members got to know that God sticks, pulled her from that place and they bet her very nicely. And in 2 weeks, all the devotees of Lord Pandharinath, Vitthal, they were supposed to go to Pandharpur. They said that better to tie her and keep. They tied Sakhu Bai. They bet her very nicely, and they decided for 2 weeks they'll not release her. No food, no water. So now, when all this was going on, she was just internally, all the time, chanting the holy names of the Lord. It's not easy. Sometimes when I think about these devotees, how are they able to do all this? For us, little problem here and there is a question why Lord is not showing His mercy, etc. But look at these people. They are very clear. There is no problem. They are just busy rendering devotional service. Even all those beatings which were coming to Sakhu Bai, even that was not bothering her much. Any example that you know from our Gaudiya line, where the person is bet and he is not bothering much? Yes, Namacharya Haridas Thakur. 22 marketplaces he was beaten with whip. And Srila Haridas Thakur, he was least bothered. He was still chanting the holy names. And they'll say, and he is saying, Khanda Khanda Jadi Hai, Jadi Jai Pran. He is saying, even if my body is cut into pieces, even if my pran leaves, still every part of my body will chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You all want to try this at home? This is called as greatness of these devotees. Come what may, they'll not stop bhakti. Come what may, they'll not shift their focus from the Lord. Somehow this quality we have to get in our day-to-day life. Whatever happens, doesn't matter. Whatever happens, be it in the office, be it in family, relatives, this, that, whatever. You have a big list. So whatever happens in the list, any variable changes, it shouldn't matter. The only thing that I should know is I'm servant of Krishna and I'm supposed to serve Krishna. I have to attain Krishna this life by serving Him and attain His eternal service. This is the mood that devotee should have. And here Sakhu Bai had that intense mood. She was tired, she was beaten, food was not given. Still she was continuing to chant the holy names very intensely. A very, very beautiful lady came there. And that beautiful lady, she said that, you want to go to Pandharpur? Sakhu Bai's eyes were closed. She opened her eyes and she saw a very, very beautiful lady. And looking at her, she started feeling a lot of bliss. And that beautiful lady, she said that I will stay back, you go. And Sakhu Bai, she had that intense desire to go to Dham. So that lady untied her and she left. Sakhu Bai left. And this lady was none other than Lord Krishna himself. He, disguised in the form of Sakhu Bai, he stood there near that pillar and he tied himself with the ropes. He himself tied. Even in Damodar Lila, it is said that Mother Yashoda was tying Krishna, but there's a word that is used where it says that Krishna tied himself. So no one can tie Krishna, only Krishna can tie himself, or Krishna can allow others to tie with their love. And here we see the Sakhu Bai left, and here we have the transcendental Sakhu Bai tied to the pillar with the ropes. And Sakhu Bai left, and she was having nice time there. All devotees chanting and dancing. In fact, life of a devotee is this: Shravanam Kirtanam Adi. It means all the Naveda Bhakti Angas. As soon as a devotee comes in association of devotees and he feels good by chanting the holy names and hearing Katha of the Lord, worshipping the Lord, we should understand, yes, we are on the right track. But as soon as we go to the association of materialists and there we start feeling good, then we should understand, I'm off track. And if you're between both the tracks, then I don't know what to say. Therefore, it's very, very important that when we come in the association of devotees, we be very, very attentive and focused in all the angas of bhakti that we render. Shravanam Kirtanam is the beginning. And we will see with time the devotees start relishing. And there are devotees who say that I cannot live without association of devotees. That is the stage that we have to come to. And especially when the devotees come to that stage, that I cannot live without devotees. Naturally, wherever they are put, and even if they get any association of devotees, they value it very nicely. And here Sakhu Bai, she went, she is walking to Pandharpur. Everyone is chanting the holy names of the Lord. She is also jumping and dancing. They all reach there to Pandharpur Dham, taking darshan of beautiful form of Krishna. And here on the other side, the transcendental Sakhu Bai, who is tied to the pillar, she is not given any food and she is beaten. She is beaten by the husband, by mother-in-law, by father-in-law. And this transcendental Sakhu Bai, or our transcendental Lord, he is ready to do anything for his fixed up devotees, to an extent of getting beaten also. Now, he could have released himself. What is the problem? But Krishna is proving by this very, very wonderful pastime that for my devotee, I can go to any extent. See, for this, we have to be a devotee. Very important. It's not that, bro, I am also a devotee. No, we are not yet there. We are practicing still. Devotee means 24/7 into bhakti. 24/7 Krishna conscious activities. When I say bhakti, it means executing 64 angas of bhakti. Nothing beyond 64. 64 angas of bhakti. 24/7. And when someone does like that, why Krishna will not shower his mercy? He is ready to do anything. Anything. And there Sakhu Bai, she went. And she is having nice time with the devotees. She got darshan of Vitthal Dev. And there, in front of Vitthal Dev, she took a vow. And what was her vow? Before, the plan was that she will come back to her place. And this transcendental Sakhu Bai, she will leave. But now this Sakhu Bai in Pandharpur, she takes a vow that I will not leave Pandharpur. And before coming to the house of Sakhu Bai, Lord Krishna had told Rukmini that you have to bear separation from me for a few days. I am going. I'll come back soon. And there Rukmini knows everything. Rukmini is also there in Pandharpur and she heard this vow. And the best part is, completely absorbed in Krishna consciousness, always chanting the holy name, serving all the Vaishnavas around, Sakhu Bai left her body in Pandharpur Dham. And there was a person in the same village who was also in Pandharpur. So he recognized, oh, this is Sakhu Bai. And he did the cremation. And there, our transcendental Sakhu Bai, she died, she's getting beaten. After 2 weeks, the husband, he felt a lot of mercy on the merciful Lord. And he untied. And he ordered her, saying, "You go and cook something for us." She took bath immediately. And she went in the kitchen, she cooked. And she fed all the family members. Husband, father-in-law, mother-in-law. Can you imagine if Krishna is cooking and feeding you? Everyone's heart completely got transformed. And they all started treating Sakhu Bai very nicely. They all started valuing the bhakti of Sakhu Bai. Now Rukmini is thinking, what to do with her husband? How will he come back now? Here, already she has left the body. She had taken a vow that she will not leave Pandharpur. So after the cremation was done, Rukmini Devi goes to that place. She gets all the ashes together. She glances on that and she gives life back to Sakhu Bai. That is so nice that she comes back to life, and Rukmini Devi, she says, "See, you had taken a vow that you will not go out of Pandharpur, but in the body that you took vow is already burnt. There's a new body, so you can go. So leave immediately." And Rukmini Devi, as she ordered, so Sakhu Bai left. And there, already everyone is transformed in the family. So there, the transcendental Sakhu Bai got to know that this Sakhu Bai is coming back. So he said, if both are found together in the house, it will be a problem. Immediately, the transcendental Sakhu Bai took a pot and said, "And I am going to fetch water," and she went. And there again, he, transcendental personality, Lord Krishna, he again came back to that form, the beautiful lady. And she told Sakhu Bai that, "Now you can go to your house. I've taken care of everything." Sakhu Bai said, "Because of me, you have to face a lot of problems." No. For devotees like you who are so nice, I can do anything. And she also left. The beautiful lady, she left. And this Sakhu Bai, she went with the pot filled with water to the house. And it is described, she was astonished to see the changed faces of husband and the mother-in-law and the father-in-law. Now that Brahmin who did the cremation of Sakhu Bai in Pandharpur, he came to the house of Sakhu Bai. And he called the husband and the mother-in-law, father-in-law. And then he started saying, "I have a very sad news. That your daughter-in-law, she left her body in Pandharpur and I did the cremation on your behalf." And they all started laughing. Husband, mother-in-law, father-in-law, they all started laughing. They said, "How is it possible? She is inside only here." And then Sakhu Bai was called. And at that time, Sakhu Bai, she narrated the entire pastime, that what had happened. How a beautiful lady had come and she said, "I'll take care, you go." I actually went to Pandharpur. And there, actually, I gave up my life at the lotus feet of Pandharinath, Krishna. And all these things happened. At that time, all the family members, they were having goosebumps saying, "So it was Krishna himself who was there. He was that personality whom we have beaten him back, black and blue, who is already black and blue. We were those demonic people." They were lamenting so much. And guess what? All three of them also became devotees. And it is described that all three of them also attained Krishna. Can you imagine? The one who has beaten Krishna, they are also attaining Krishna. This is the glory of Krishna consciousness. That anyone who does devotional service nicely, always immersed in Krishna consciousness, Krishna is ready to take beatings also. So you can imagine that Lord is ready to do anything for his devotees. The only thing that is needed is we should become a devotee. That's it. And this entire month of Kartik is a meditation where a devotee meditates on this one point, that how I can serve the Lord and please him, so that pleased with my service, he showers his mercy and I develop some taste in devotional service. And by the mercy of the Lord, when the devotee develops taste in devotional service, naturally he'll not be able to hold himself back from executing devotional service 24/7. I always say this, it is not the matter of time, it's the matter of taste. It's not about I don't have time to do bhakti, it's about I don't have taste to do bhakti. Somehow or the other, if we get taste for practicing bhakti, naturally everything else will fall in place. Therefore, every devotee should be very clear what we should ask from the Lord. And this is the only thing that we have to ask, that please bless me with taste for chanting the holy names, taste for Srimad Bhagavatam, and to serve your lordships in Vrindavan consciousness. This much if we get, our life is set. This is what I would say. There's no need of anything else apart from this. Everything else will naturally fall in place. In fact, I should say that everything else will rise with time. So this I would like to stop here. Thank you very much. Kartik Maas ki jai. Bhaktavatsal Shri Krishna ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.